So yeah, the reason for us initially coming to the States was we had been offered a gig in New York, and then the rest we were like, okay, well, let's try and build a tour around that. Obviously, one of the first places we had to go to was Baltimore because one of our songs was written all about the US Marines in Baltimore. And then the rest just started to kind of magically happen. You had Karen, who literally was begging us to come here to the fire and play here in Philadelphia. And then the funny thing was, once we started playing, our first night was Tuesday night, and we got offered a gig the next night and the next night. And then we had to turn those gigs down because obviously we were playing in New York, playing in Philly. And then, if we want, we could probably extend another 2 weeks because we've got another whole host of gigs we could be involved in the next couple of weeks.
My musical background is, when I was younger, I started just the way I grew up. I grew up kind of thing, no dad around, so I started kind of writing songs, but wasn't even necessarily wanting to be in a band in my kind of early teens. I played piano and wrote songs, and I started playing with the guitar, but I'm not a musician. I would class myself now as a songwriter. With the band, it was hard to get. The band formed, so I tried to get Lindsay for a couple of times, and she kept turning me down because it wasn't right at that time in our lives. A friend of a friend brought Sean on, and I knew Debbie for a while, so I knew she could sing, and it was just trying to form the band. It took a while to try and form the band. Players came and went, just like a football team. We had to change players just for the direction, and eventually we got this band together, Lindsay, Sean and Debbie, and I know things are happening. I can feel it. As I was saying, I read a Jimmy Page autobiography, and he said when Led Zeppelin was in the studio, he just knew, and I know for a fact that this is a band that's, if the other bands in Glasgow can make it, I know that the Ronains can make it.
Nicely said. I suppose like every singer, they sang from the minute they were born. And that was pretty true from like my dad waking up. He sang every single morning, and that was it. I was brought up listening to Motown, Aretha Franklin, Dionne Warwick. So he just sang forever, sang in schools, sang in competitions. Jim was always showing me the songs he'd written and saying, right, can you sing this for me? And I was always like, yeah, I can't be bothered. So it took him a while to work his magic, and eventually I started singing for him.
Sorry. Yeah, I've been playing guitar since I was very, very young. It was off my granddad's record collection and stuff. All the old blues stuff. Was obsessed with that. Left school, went to the Academy of Music and Sound in Glasgow. Got my degree, done some sessions and stuff like that, and then Jim decided to take me on his journey, I suppose.
Oh, nice, man.
You know,
Nice.
so that's me.
The rest is history.
I like to hit things. So, no, not intentionally. I've been a musician pretty much my whole life. Nothing else that I really wanted to do or that I felt I was good at. So I started playing very young, same as Sean. Got a degree in music. Run my own music school, teaching drums and guitar. As I say, I couldn't have done anything else. I tried to do other things and I just wasn't very good at it. It's just music. Music's the only thing that makes me happy. And joining this band has definitely been the best decision that I finally decided to make. So yeah, Team Ronains.
It's not just a band. It's a family.
Yeah,
You know, it really is. It's a family. It's not just.
Yeah.
If anything, this tour's proved it. Definitely.
So we came here to play in America. To come here and play in America, it was going to cost us £10,000. So we don't have £10,000. We don't have £10. And I have to say that honestly, I've never met a country so kind in all my life. Yeah. We came here and guys are saying, look, we'll give you our guitar, bass, drums, anything to get you on this road. And I've never felt kindness. It's just weird. I've never. Yeah, a guy drove for miles with a full set.
With a selection in case we didn't like one of the guitars
Yeah, so
or one of the basses.
he brought two each, and honestly, his name's Gary from Baltimore. And man, thank you. I've never felt kindness like it. It's
We
weird.
haven't met him,
Yeah, never met him.
and we still won't meet him.
The guy.
So we will need to go out our way.
From the Shamrocks, Gary from the Shamrocks.
Yeah, in Baltimore.
In Baltimore.
And I guess, yeah, I mean, here tonight we've had all the bands downstairs giving us their drum kits, their snares, everything really, their pedals, because we just had nothing. And it's been quite hard on the guys because they're used to playing their own like guitars and basses with all their pedals, and like Lindsay were like pedal. I mean, I don't know who hit the pedal that she got given tonight, but she could barely move it. She was probably half the size of them.
My legs were good looking.
So yeah, we've been very lucky that almost every single person on this journey has donated their time and all their energy into making it happen.
They don't want it in return as well, which is kind of strange to us, because usually I think back home it would be, well, what are you going to do for me type thing, you know, if I'm doing all this for you. And yeah, just thank you, America.
So US Marine Corps, or US Marine Corp, I wrote that track. It was inspired because a couple of years ago we were out in Baltimore, so we were, and we bumped into the US Marine Corp, who were all drinking, and we got talking. They loved us because we're from Scotland. They were saying they were going to Iraq, Afghanistan, and the way we travelled up these coasts, we went through like Carolina before we got into Baltimore. It was a big long road, so it inspired me to write a song, but bring in like the Full Metal Jacket, 1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps. I had this in my mind, and Carolina to Baltimore, Illinois to Arkansas, Ohio, Texas, Tennessee, born and bred US Marine. And so that inspired the song, and we start off with a kind of American anthem, and yeah, America's been digging it. Well, they've been playing it on the radio over here, and that's the kind of inspiration behind this. And I think once America hears US Marine Corp on Spotify or iTunes, I think you like us. I think you like us.